Thank you for joining me. This is the MELS faculty meeting. First thing I wanted to cover tonight is our site visits. I hope those are going well. I think I've got 3 planned for this week. I've got to follow up with another one. I haven't heard from one, but I've got 3 scheduled I wanted to do this week. I hope that's going well. I've sent you the script out, and as I said in the email, let me remind you that we are, again, in a very discreet way, when we meet with the principal part of this, we are again offering professional development assistance as a collaborative partner. That's a CAPE requirement. We did not do that last couple of years because we had no money. Dr. Bull says he'll find us some money, so hopefully if you have somebody that has a burning desire for some sort of staff development, hopefully we can partner in that or help them. You know, we have the campus facility and we also have the Charlotte facility, and we can always work in their district. Sometimes they like to pull their faculties off campus. We have a really nice facility in Charlotte that we could use in that effort for collaborative partners. I've talked with Dr. Burr, who runs that facility. She would welcome us there as well.
So Dale, what you're saying here is when we go see these principals, just tell them that if they are looking at any type of staff development, that Gardner Webb is available.
Yes, that we can assist in that in some way.
They contact you or who?
They can go through you to me or just straight to me, either way.
Okay.
If they've got something that they would like to, that they're working on, some initiative that they would like assistance with. We get things from time to time. We used to do a good bit on EVOS. That has slowed down some, but you know, we get. I worked with Cleveland County last year, setting up their Principal of the Year process. They wanted a different outcome, and they were smart enough to realize that if you do the same thing over and over, you get the same result.
Right.
And so they wanted a different result, so we set some criteria that we were looking for, put a little process in place, and I actually facilitated the interviews, and it went pretty well. So we'll see if our candidate does well in this year in their competition. They were looking to go for their person to make the next round, and not just be the person that was rewarded for the best year in the district, and the person that can go to the next round and the person that maybe had the best year are 2 different people. It's 2 different criteria. Things like that, if they've got something that they've got going on. Teacher of the Year, we can help set up a process for that, or Assistant of the Year if they've got some kind of staff development they want to do on PLCs or whatever. I mean, we just let them know that we will be glad to assist them in that.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing. So I hope your visits, are getting them scheduled, you're going well. If you've got overnight travel planned, get it to me so I can get it approved before you go. Once you get paid, I know a couple of you do have that. So just make sure I'm kind of aware of that, or through an email to me, not that I'm aware of it, through email, and I'll get Dr. Brown to approve that. Okay. So visits should be going well. Speaking of those new folks that we've got, today I put the new folks in your internship shell, except for me and Danny. I haven't put ours in yet. We've got to do a little shuffling, I'm afraid, but that's okay. That's just between me and him, but everybody else's, your intern should be in your shell. Now, I'm working off of sheets that came out on Friday, and I know today was the last day of drop ad, and so the way it worked out, every class I put in, there were 2 that didn't show up. On Dr. Tillman's list, we had a Croker, Croker, and a Watkins, a Megan Watson. I could not find them. We need to figure out if they're still with us or not. We had a Foreman and a Washington on Boas's list, and we had a Worthy and Katie Arp on I know Katie just got late registered, so that's probably her problem. But you need to look at your user list on your internship shell and make sure that all of your users in your new group are there. You need to ask your instructor if those people are still registered in their class after today. After today, all drop ads should be processed, and if they look at their grade center, they'll see if those people are no longer registered. Again, let me read those again. Dr. Tillman, yours is a person named Croker, C-R-O-K-E-R.
I got a drop ad.
Megan Watson. Do what now?
I got the drop for Croker.
Okay.
Rachel Watson is still showing. I haven't gotten anything for Rachel Watson.
Megan Watson.
No, I don't have a Megan Watson.
All right, so check with
I have a Megan Watkins, W-A-T-K-I-N-S.
Yeah, Megan Watkins.
Watkins. I don't have a drop for her.
All right, check with Jean tomorrow and see if she's still on her list. And if she is, let me know.
Okay.
Has anybody come across an Octavia Smith? She would be in 601.
Octavia Smith dropped 828.
Thank you. I won't go visit her.
Yeah.
Yes. I had a drop from Erica Patterson and also Samantha Lackey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
But I do not have a drop for Megan Watkins.
Yeah. All right. Joey Bullis got an S. Washington and an M. Ormond, O-R-M-A-N-D. I don't know about those. You need to check with Jeff on see if those are still in his class. Steve, you've got a Worthy and Katie Arp. Katie Arp, I believe, is registered. I don't know why she's not showing up. And W. Worthy, that's in Karen Sumner's class. These are people who haven't shown up that may have dropped that just hadn't been processed yet. So we need to run those down. And then Danny and I'll be working on our list tomorrow because we've got some other things. Who have we got with us today?
If Watkins is still on Barbara's list, do we just wait and see if we get it processed, or do we notify you?
Notify me, because I'm going to track these down because I need to get her in your shell.
Okay.
The intern shell.
Okay, thanks.
Intern shells are not, I mean, I don't want, I've intentionally not done this, one, because of drop ed, and two, I don't want the intern shells up and running until I'm sure they can find their class shell and know how to use it first. And so,
Katie Arp, you know, is my CC. I visited her, and she is on maternity leave right now. And so I went to her house, and then I went over and met with the principal. But so if you call the school, you're going to have to call her. I don't know what the problem is with her. I don't know who has her for internship, but as a CC1, I did visit her, and we went through the portfolio and all that stuff. So
Steve Pickard's got her.
okay, I knew that.
Because she's in Karen's class. And so, but you know, if we can get them in class by the end of the week, we've done, that's plenty good enough. I'm just getting a little jump on it. I know I really should have waited till tomorrow to start this, but I don't like to wait till the time. I like to get an early start. So I've been working on this today.
So if we had interns, we'd know that by now.
Yes. If you got any, of course, only the people with the new interns are the people who are prepared in 601. That would be me and Danny and Jean, Joey and Steve. Joey's paired with Jeff. So that's the people who got the new ones in their intern shell to coach. And then, of course, you've already got your distributed list of folks to visit. I'll get a new list tomorrow in case that we missed any that I've assigned for visits. I haven't seen any new ads since last Wednesday, but I can't depend on notifications to either get drops or ads. Now, you saw we had a series of ads that came, drops that came through. There were 6 students that were added into, that we're dropping from this group because they're going to wait and go in the spring. We're starting a new program track in the spring for EDC doctoral students who want to get a license. Right now, they're having to do 2 classes in 3 semesters. The LS people want to do that in a low residency for the spring. I'm guessing they want to hijack all of Steve Stone from me so that they get him for 2 classes rather than 1, because we've got 26 people that have already committed for that. That's way more than 1 group. That's getting close to 3 groups. And so, but it would be the MELS, it would be MELS curricula taught to EDCI doctoral programs by LS faculty, if that makes any sense to you. I need a scorecard to keep up with all the players. I support the notion of doing that. I think that's a great idea. We can do that. Now, we're also running a program where we're offering, and Dr. Sanders is heading this up, where we're offering students to come back and do the 2 classes that they missed and get another master's degree once they've completed their add-on licensure. Please remember, those people have class only. They don't, if they're on your list to visit, you can just call them up and ask them. You know, you can find out and they'll tell you, yeah, I'm just returning and I've already completed my portfolio. You don't have to visit them because their portfolio is already complete. I think there's 6 of them. Now, Orlando is his portfolio isn't complete, so we probably need to go visit him, Orlando Terry. But the other 6 that Dr. Sanders has identified. Okay. Let's see. Katie Gilson, Kate Fedich, Melanie Vaughn, Leslie Hash, Kendra Alston, and Mark Giandintondo. These 246 are in 604 this semester, and then they'll take 602 in the spring, and they'll be done. Their portfolio is completely done. They do not have to do a clinical experience either. They don't have to do 80 hours. They've already completed their portfolio. They just have to do the classwork. So if you get any of these, don't worry about visiting them, and you don't have to coach them either because they have no portfolio. They'll just be on your list. All right. So there's that. Okay, that should handle all of our business about new students. I will make the assignments once. We're gonna shift. I'm hoping to get all this done in Blackboard tomorrow. That's my goal. Actually, my goal was to have it done by Wednesday, and so I got a day early start on it. And so I'll hope to finish it up tomorrow. And then Seth and I are going to move to Task Stream midweek when he gets time. He's not available before Wednesday, but we're going to move to Task Stream. And that means I will be assigning evaluator roles. I've already got CC1 and CC2 roles are already done. We will move to Task Stream, and when we do that, we will assign the evaluator role. By then, we will have everybody purdied out in terms of who we've got and who we don't have. And then I will assign those out. I know Rod will be taking the bulk of those. John, I don't know if John's with us or not, John McHugh. They'll be taking a group of those again. And we've got a couple more folks, Kathy Rivas, Cindy, that do that. They'll be taking on a big load of those. There's a lot of them this time, and so it's going to be a big bunch for all of you. And so I'll be assigning those hopefully on Wednesday. We'll get everything finalized in Blackboard so we know who we've got. Only thing we have left to do, Seth's putting in the CC1s and the CC2s now. There was one switch from Jean to Rachel so that Jean could have 2 of the same with Barbara. He's supposed to, I'll get that change in Blackboard as well. And then we'll assign the evaluators, and we should be done. We should have the beginning of the school blues taken care of. I don't believe I have anything else now. If you want to, and I don't know the reason why you want to, but if you ever wanted to, I have completer lists for the last 3 semesters. You can actually go into your intern shell and you can edit out some of the people in the user group that have already finished. There's no need to. Only the people who are, you don't have to work through the list. It just pops up as what needs to be done. But if you ever want to do that, I do that from time to time because my list gets so big. But you don't have to use that list. But I have those completers for the last 3 semesters. But I have it. You should be able to start getting work in your shells, except for me and Danny from the new students. Your old students continue. They're still in your shells as well. I'll make the switch of Jean to Rachel, and we should be good to go on that. We'll get our assignments in terms of evaluation in task stream. I'll get those out on Wednesday. Once we're completely done, I was negotiating with the registrar half the morning today. I'm trying to figure out where all these students go and what they're doing with the add-ons coming back for regular and with those dropping to go to the new program. And it's not in place yet where they can register for it. I'm trying to make sure that they don't get double charged. And so once we get all this cleared out tomorrow, we'll do that on Wednesday. All right. I think everything is pretty good. The feedback I've had so far has been very positive. The MELS not been too bad this fall in terms of people dropping out because they're overwhelmed. I think I've had a couple that have dropped out because they're overwhelmed. There's Jamal. Jamal is here. Where's Jamal? I was going to introduce you. I already looked for you one time. There's Jamal. Everybody welcome Jamal. He's our newest faculty member. Jamal and I work together in Charlotte-Mecklenburg, and he's been in Guilford for a long time now. And he's principal at Kirkman Park in High Point. And he's going to be coaching with me and Danny this semester. He'll get a Blackboard shell as soon as he passes his Blackboard credentials. He'll be getting the Blackboard shell. And we're awfully glad to have him. I've been trying to get him for 5 years and finally able to pin him down. But he'll bring a lot to us in terms of he is a sitting principal and has other national experience. And so we're most excited to have Jamal with us. To get, we're going to need need a bunch more in the spring when we get another big load. So, and also as we branch out into this new EDCI program, seriously, somebody's going to have to, if they're going to be pulling 2 or 3 cohorts a semester to teach them MELS 601 and 603 in a block, that's going to be more job opportunities. I'm developing a new master's program with actually 3 different options out of it, and it's going to have the first 3 classes are going to be core, our classes, and so we'll need more people to teach those. The last 3, we're going to be partnering with other folks on the last 3. We'll probably we can get somebody to help us with that, but more than likely on 2 of those tracks, we'll have to teach all 6 of those. So we need to add some more folks, and so I'm glad Jamal's with us. We're also going to be adding Lisa Barnes, who I've worked with before. Lisa's in the central office in Charlotte. She's going to be joining us soon, and so as soon as Jamal and Lisa get up to speed on Blackboard, we're going to start integrating them more into what we do. And I'm pleased to have them both. Let's see if I've got anything else that I've got on my agenda here. I think that's pretty much it. I said it'd take about 20 minutes. Took 19. That's not bad. All right. What have you folks got for me that I need to pay attention to? I'm going to make sure.
Dale, if I could say one thing, being a CC1, I've got a couple of students I've contacted, but yet I've talked to them once, but they have not contacted me back. If you as the instructors or whatever could just mention that to all your students, just say, look, if your CC1 has contacted you once, how about getting back with them?
Yes.
I'm starting some meetings this week, and I just,
Great.
I'm trying to set up my schedule, and yet when some of them are not letting me know, and sometimes it's hard to, even though I call the school, getting in touch with them is not easy sometimes.
Yes. I completely but thank you for reminding me. Let's see, I've got one tomorrow afternoon late at RS Central. I've got one at Rutherford County Reach on Wednesday. I've got another one. Let's see. I better be looking. Where is that other one? Better find it. Anyway, yes, we need to continue to remember to mention those to our students. So, yeah, because they'll get back in touch with the instructor sometimes, and they want the coach. So yes, if all the instructors would remember to mention to their students that their coaches have contacted them to please get back in touch with them to find that time to do that. And so
One of the biggies too is they tend to not check the Gardner Webb email.
I know.
Yes.
And some of it's going to the other folder rather than directed. Some of them have tried to set it up as a calendar, and that doesn't work.
Well, and if you look at your list, some of them have their personal phone numbers on there, but most of them don't, or at least my group does not. So when you call the school, which is I can understand, they I'll leave a message, and sometimes for some reason it doesn't get to them. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, but we need to. If you're having somebody and you can't get them, let me know and I'll see what I can do. I don't know if I can do anything any different. It's just that I'm in every day and I'll grind on until I get something. But I want these to be made. We've got some issues, as we always do, I'm sure, with people in their schools, and we need to. This is the time to figure out those problems. This is the time to deal with. My principal won't let me. My principal didn't know I was in this program. All those things that always jump up down the road and just tear my backside off. Now is the time to deal with those problems. Because if we know now, sometimes I've advised people, look, you need to go somewhere else, or you need to drop out and come back with us later when you're at a different place. If your principal's not going to be supportive, then it's not going to happen for you. And so I've had one of those already this year, this semester, that pretty much said my principal doesn't support me. Well, then you either got to move or you got to get out, one or the other. That's not going to change. And so, this solves those problems. I see Dr. Sanders has joined us. Thank you. But this is the problem-solving time for down the road. If we get it right now and everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing and they're all in agreement they're going to do this, if they don't follow through, then down the road it gives me a little leeway to go in and say, you said you'd help this person. That you would at least, if you weren't going to support them, at least you wouldn't get in their way. It's kind of like when I was an elementary school principal. I was always hesitant to let mamas come into the building. I've seen mothers trip other kids so their kids could be first in line. You don't have to throw your kid to the front of the line, but don't trip the other kids. But it's kind of that way with some of these people. We have competition in some of these buildings, and that becomes our problem. We have people who have interns from other schools. And sometimes there is a sense of competition, or there is a sense that I prefer this school or this group, or this is my alma mater, or I picked this person to go into administration. Now is the time to find those problems, not later on when folks can't get their internship block signed. And I have to go out, or I'll have to send Dr. Stone out to adjudicate that. Those are never good conversations. But now I kind of like them. Dr. Stone seems to be a much nicer person than me. It's gonna hurt his feelings to have to make those visits and make it easier on him by finding these problems up front. Oh, it's kind of
a much nicer person, Dale.
You
perceived correctly.
I always like to go out and get into a big row. That's kind of like wrestling with a pig. don't ever wrestle with a pig. The pig just likes it. You get manure all over you. So I kind of like those meetings, but normal people don't. So let's try to avoid those if we can possibly avoid those conflicts at the end of the semester when the principal refuses to sign the log, which signs off, which is a legally binding document that we must have for licensure. So let's fix that problem up front if at all possible. Okay. So today is the 3rd. We'll meet again on the 17th, 2 weeks from today. If there are any problems, let me know in between. I appreciate what you do for our students. We've gotten off to an exceptionally smooth start. Everybody seems to be really happy. We're getting a lot of good comments and feedback about the rigor of the program. As I told you at our last meeting, our senior exit survey, the university, they were just so pleased they couldn't stand it. Our net promoter score was 91%. 91% of our students would highly recommend our program to others. The other 9% would recommend our program. So our net promoter score is really 100. It was the highest on campus. All of our students are very satisfied or satisfied. My SOIs were good. I know your SOIs were good. But that's linked to the service that we give them. Not only is our program rigorous, but it's linked to the service that we give them. We come out and we visit them at their school. We have a person dedicated to work with them on their evidence artifact. We have instructors that come online every week and add value to what's in the Blackboard shell. There is no secret here, folks. It's just hard work and dedication on your part, and I get that. Again, I'm appreciative of my teaching partner, Danny. I'm appreciative of my 2 faculty partners, Steve and Anita. They help keep me straight and work with me every day. I'm appreciative for all of you. I don't ever worry about, I know everybody's going to be doing what they're supposed to be doing every day. It's working pretty well. I'm very excited about that. That we have the largest graduate program on campus by a long shot, and it seems to work about the smoothest. And that's the idea, is it's supposed to work smooth every day. And I'm appreciative of that. And that's not due to me, that's due to y'all. All right. Anything else for the good of the group? All right. If you're going to be spending the night overnight, let me know so I can get Dr. Brown to okay that. She's good with it. All right. Let's see. I guess I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Dr. Sanders, Dr. Stone, I'll see you tomorrow. Dr. Stedman, I'll see you you coming in on Wednesday?
On Wednesday about lunchtime.
All right. We'll try to take the registrar out for lunch. Got to keep her on our good side. So I'll be there. I've got a 9 o'clock that morning in Rutherford County, but I'll be there overnight. So I should be there mid-morning as well. So I'll see y'all then. Everybody have a good week. Thank you for what you do.
Okay.
Bye.
Night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
Bye.
Night, John Boy.
Yeah,